Hey, DJ Turnup is with us, and he does
Brother.
not have anything embarrassing for you to play. But he says on an old episode, you said if WCW put you in charge instead of Eric, you would have had Ming sit with you when you'd have contract conversations with wrestlers.
Huh.
So, what would you do when the contract combo would come up for Ming?
I would sign him to whatever he wanted.
I got you.
You don't fuck around with him, guys. You get it?
Got it.
All right. Thanks for your shitty question.
John Hamilton. Wow. Wow. I really appreciate all your patronage here, DJ Turnup. You're a valued member of our community.
Yeah, you son of a bitch.
And go fuck yourself. Last part was from Tony. John wants to know when are you gonna get back on the Xbox?
Okay.
Are you playing Xbox these days?
I haven't played Xbox in, I know, 6 to 8 months. And there was
Look
one
at your goddamn phone. Were you eating hot dogs and playing games? Is that what you were doing, and you quit it all?
No, here's what happened with me on Xbox. There's a lot of things, but there was one time I got on, I think, Halo, and John, you were on there, and I could hear you guys talking. And I tried to talk because I've got I got the microphone too, and you couldn't hear me. And I said, fuck it. I'm just not going to fuck with it anymore.
Schiavone did.
Schiavone, I give up very easily, as you know, right?
I mean, if people only knew, you've quit this very show more times than I got fingers and toes.
Yeah.
And
yeah, keep it up, motherfucker. It'll happen again.
I'm sure of it. You can set your clock with it. I'm always excited to get one of those texts because it's immediately followed by a private text from Silva. Oh fuck! And I'm like, Silva.
You know, let me say
give it a few days. Just give it a few days.
Let me say this. I've discovered that I'm just a lazy piece of shit. Thank God I'm an announcer. If I had to do some real work, I don't think I would have cut out. I don't think I'd have made it in this world.
Man, real work sucks, you know? It's way better to just sit around and talk about wrestling and tell dick jokes.
Yeah, it sure is.
It's way better.
Yeah.
By the way, we've got a fun question here from Bobby. He wants to know, did you get to renegotiate your contract when Turner bought JCP out of bankruptcy?
Well, of course, yes, it was actually JR negotiated my contract for me. I had a base salary with Jim Crockett Promotions. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
$15,000.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that was my.
And you got that? And you got that every week, or
that was my base salary
on a monthly basis?
Oh no, like bi-weekly or whatever. And then I would get paid extra if I would do a TV show. So when I left baseball and went to wrestling full time, I thought for sure I would be making the big money with Jim Crockett, but I didn't. He kept my money the same, and he just paid me extra if I would. Every time we would go down and do a TBS show, or every time we would go do a worldwide show. And then again, he would pay me extra if I'd go out and I would ring announce. And that's why I was so willing to ring announce, because that was extra money.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. Okay, so listen, it's not like the real number was 15. It was a lot bigger than that.
Well, it wasn't a lot bigger than that, but it was bigger than that. Yeah.
But I was going to ask, how did you raise 37 children on 15 grand?
I don't know.
Back then, I guess you had a 5 and dime store that you used to go to.
Yeah, I guess so. It was tough.
But you made it happen, by God.
Yeah, it was tough. We moved around a lot in Charlotte. When I think about those days, we would our rent would go up after a year lease. Our rent would go up. We couldn't afford it. We would move into somewhere else. We lived in like 5-6 different places in Charlotte.
Well, I'm glad you settled in. Should we give your home address here on the program in case someone wants to send a Christmas card?
No, we shouldn't.
I mean, like if they want to come by and carol and sing.
No, we shouldn't.
Okay. Aaron Sheen has a great question for you. Was there a match? What's that?
I hope you get goose shit all over your front porch when they fly back into town. Goose shit.
Buddy, I'm down here amongst them at the beach, and they're not bothering me at all.
Yeah, well, wait till the word gets passed around that you're the fucker from up in Gunnersville.
I ain't scared of no goose.
Not now. Go ahead.
Was there a match or moment you knew WCW was unfixable?
Yeah, I think it's the Sting Hogan match. I think I thought that if Hogan was able to change around the finish from what we knew was right, then we had no chance. By the time David Arquette won the world title, we were beyond being fixed. But I think it's Hogan winning the world title or Sting not winning the world title cleanly over Hogan. If you go back and you watch that, and you and I've watched it on one of our podcasts, it is a fucked up thing, man.
Yeah, I mean, it is crazy that we saw interference from Disco Inferno, Bam Bam Bigelow,
Yeah.
and then Scott Hall dressed up like a security guard
Yep.
with a taser. And I guess allegedly Goldberg wanted to get shot with the taser gun. So, like, the
Yeah.
hooks or the probes would go into his body. Do you remember
Yeah.
hearing that at the time?
No, I do not. See, Coach Rosie said when current AEW champ David Arquette won, that's not true. We were long gone before that, Coach. And if you guys have been watching us by that time, you knew that. Long gone.
Was there a different way? What do you think would have been more impactful with the benefit of hindsight? A proper ending to the NWO storyline
Oh God.
or a different finish for Goldberg's first loss? Like if you had one do over.
A different finish for Goldberg's first loss.
Is there a person or a story that you've always gravitated to? Or you
No,
just felt like that one was just a fuck finish?
that was just a fuck finish. Uh,
Can I make a suggestion? What if it was the diamond cutter?
okay. The
Because
diamond.
back in that era, I know now we take the diamond cutter for granted because everybody does one in every match.
Yeah.
But back then, it really was sort of the modern equivalent of a DDT. Like
Right.
people knew when they saw it, oh, that's the finish. Oh, if he hits this, it's over. And I know we had just seen that at Halloween Havoc, but if we had saved that for Starrcade, and or maybe not, maybe he just did it on a Nitro or something, but him hitting it and winning unexpectedly, like you didn't expect Diamond Dallas Page, I could see that being that has a more sports finish to me, like when Buster Douglas knocked out Mike Tyson. Because anybody can be knocked out. You've just got to hit the right punch at the right time with the right amount of pressure. That could work, I think.
Yeah, that's a really good point. You would have to be in the midst of, let's say, a tremendous match
Yes.
and going back and forth and back and forth. And as fans, you're thinking, holy shit, these guys are fucking tearing it up. Then all of
Yeah.
a sudden, boom, there's a diamond cutter and he wins. That would have been the better way to do it instead of a gimmick. I agree.
I totally agree. It's too
Yeah.
bad that we couldn't pick them back then, but we can now.